So this mechanism up here sort of fell apart, shook apart late last year when I was using this, and I had to botch it together outside, mainly because I was lazy and it was cold and snowy. But it sort of works, but you can hear like it just popped. And in getting it to go, depending on how you have it positioned, it won't go back the other way unless you go the whole direction. I don't know, it's something screwed up in here, so we're going to take this apart and look at what's in here. So we have a pretty simple mechanism by the look of it. We have this gear here, which is like a quarter of a bevel gear, like a ring gear. It's only a small section. And then as this twists, it spins this. Now, I don't remember, let me wipe some of this grease off. Something happened with this where some bolts fell out, and I think what's going on is I need to shim this better. Yeah, so this bolt, I replaced this. Yeah, you can see how it can skip by the Yeah, that's part of the problem. So I either need to shim this more, or I need to shim, well, this seems to be loose, which it is. So that bolt is loose, that's a problem. I think maybe if I put a shim in here, let me try something. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do, so I gotta figure out, I'm gonna unbolt this and see why there's so much slop, but I'm gonna end up shimming this outward somehow so the backlash between these is less, so it stops skipping over and it works properly. So we'll start with that. I'm gonna take that gear off and see what we got. Okay, so it's got a bushing. Bet there's a washer missing or something in here. So that just sits, let me set that down. Yeah, it seems odd because you see how big this hole is right here, that this bolt has a ton of play around it. So there has to be like a shaft or something, like a bushing that fits in there to reduce the play, which of course I don't have because it fell off while I was snow blowing. So I might have to either look up a parts diagram for it, get the part that's missing, or I'll just make my own. Let me wipe this all off. Yeah, it seems like that has too much play back and forward, but I'm sure it wouldn't be an issue if that gear wasn't slipping around in there. Well, I guess I'll have to look up the parts diagram, make a decision on what to do, and then do it and finish up the video. Well, I finally got this in the mail. Fits correctly. Works as a bushing, so now there isn't going to be slop in this and it'll actually adjust properly. So I'm just going to bolt this up, and this whole rebuild fix is all done, and now I can go and blow snow, which is exactly what I want to do in the middle of winter. Awesome.